Welcome back, guys. Jay here. In this final lesson in the UI or the HUD system, we're gonna basically show our current ammo amount, and when you basically start shooting, the ammo level actually goes down in the script, which is already there, but we're not really displaying that on the screen. So last time, I'm just gonna show this right now. I just hit it for the moment. Last time we worked on adding a health amount and then as well as the ammo amount. What we're gonna do this time is basically tie this number up to the actual script so that the number is always updated on the screen when we pick up ammo as well as when we lose ammo, right? So using that, I expect you guys to set up the same thing for the health system as homework, right? And then moving forward, when we start dealing damage to the player, when the enemy comes into the game, we'll start updating that value as well. So in this lesson, I'm going to show you how to do that for the ammo system, and I expect you guys to do homework and apply the same theory to the health system. All right, without spending too much time talking, let's jump into it. So what we're going to do now is, guys, we just have to simply update this number 5, this text here, which is basically our ammo text with our script. So very straightforward, guys. This is actually one of the simplest things, and UI in Unity is very, very simple, as you guys may have realized by now. So if you go to the shooting system, guys, we already have a place where we are adding values to the bullets, right? And we also have a place where we are spending the amount of bullets, right? So in these two places, guys, we simply need to update that value up there. That's it. So how are we going to do this? You may have guessed by now. We simply need reference to our text mesh pro component, which is the text in the hierarchy, right? So simply just do public text mesh. Now, watch this, text mesh pro UGUI ammo text. Now, what is this text mesh pro UGUI? That's basically the text mesh pro component. So if you simply hover over this text, right, that's text mesh pro U capital, GUI capital as well. If you hover over it, you should get a bulb, and you should have this suggestion that says using TMP Pro, right? TM Pro. If you click that, it'll basically add this text up here. You don't have to go through the bulb thing. You can simply type this as well using TM Pro. That is basically the text mesh pro library. So we just imported it. Quite simply, guys, now we have access to the text component of the ammo system. So let me just show you exactly what we're doing here. Click on ammo text here. This text mesh pro component is what we just accessed. Now we just got to access this text inside of this text mesh pro component, right? So that we can keep incrementing the value or decrementing the value, reducing or adding, right? So let's go back to the script. But simply, when we are spending bullets, as soon as we spend bullets, hit a new line and simply say ammo text equals bullets, the amount of bullets, right? So we simply say bullets, right? So we always keep this up to date. But can we do that though? No, it shows an error because we can't directly convert the type float into text mesh pro UGUI. Also, another thing is that this right here is a component, so we can't set a value directly to a component. Instead, you got to say ammo text dot text equals bullets dot toString. All right, this is a new C# thing you're learning, guys. So bullets, as you may remember, it's a float value. It's a decimal. So we can't directly set a decimal to a text field. Instead, we got to convert it into a string, because string is basically characters, letters, any of that sort, right? So we use the toString function in C# to convert that to a string and set that as the ammo text. That's it, right? So we're going to basically do the same thing here when we add bullets. Pretty much copy and paste it. Why? Because bullets are added. Now we just got to make sure the ammo text is updated with the new value. All right, hit save, guys. That's it. That's simply it. That's basically our way of tying the UI elements that you've added in your heads-up display to your script. One more step left, guys. Just go to your player. If you scroll down to the shooting system, you should have a new slot for ammo text, right? Because we added the text mesh pro UGUI component. Simply drag in your ammo text here. That's it. Apply the same thing for the health system, guys. You've got yourself a fully updated UI system. Now let's go check it out. I'm going to right click and shoot. As you can see, the value is updated, which is pretty awesome. All right, there you go. And I shouldn't be able to shoot beyond that because we added a limitation last time. Let's go pick up some ammo. When you do, the value goes back to 5 and I can pick some more. Value goes to 10. 15. Awesome. We got 15 ammo right now. Let's start shooting. The value goes down, guys. That's it, guys. That's it for the lesson. That way you can tie your heads-up display to your scripts very easily. Please apply the same thing to your health system, and I'll see you guys in the next video.